Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, I am Clementine and as always I am Super Saiyan, but never mind that. You may have seen this video if you were subscribed to this channel 4 years ago, which I don't think many people were. Either way, in this video I was taking apart a very old house so that I could stave and stack up all this wood and use it to build guitars later. One cool historical music fact about this thing is that it's located where you could almost throw a rock and hit the bridge in this picture right here. And the house looks just like those little houses that they built up by the dams for the workers to live in until the dams were completed, which are right up here across the river. Anyway, I made a deal with my buddy that owned the house. If I would take the tent off and stack it up for him, I could have as much of it as I wanted. So I stripped it down to a frame and started pulling on it. And man, I thought it was going to fall on me the whole time I was in it. But I just pull and it would not come down. I used to roof a lot of new construction houses, those big 2- and 3-story houses in subdivisions. And I'm telling you, man, you stand on top of one of those and wiggle your hips, the whole house moves. They just don't make them like they used to. I had to get my friend to come over there and just manhandle that thing to the ground. Speaking of that, here's a picture of me with my dad and my brother. So once I got the shop all fixed up, I knew I was going to want to start building guitars right away. So I asked my dad, if you could have any kind of guitar in the world, what would it be? And he gave the most accurately boomer answer ever, a 58, 59 Gibson Les Paul Sunburst. And it has been rather hard to start this series as that my dad passed away about half in the middle of the project. Either way, it is what it is. So in this video, we're gonna do some tracing and cutting and matching and marking and planing and fitting and planing and checking and fitting and planing and fitting and checking and fitting and finish planing and checking and fitting. Glue it, clamp it, trace it, cut it, and then you get this rustic body blank here, which will become a Barn Paul, a Barnson, Oki-1 Kenobi. What it is the first video in the series, Jimbos 58 Barnwood-Burst. If this sounds like something you might be interested in, stay tuned.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
So, the first thing I did was to take some cardboard, slap an Epiphone Les Paul Jr. down on there and start tracing it, because I didn't have any templates yet, and that will be in a future episode. But as a chronic procrastinator, I feel like it's a good idea to just go ahead and do stuff as quickly and as efficiently as I can while I still got the motivation to do it. This ain't a perfect template and it's not going to be my final shape, but it'll work just fine to make a body blank. Oh, check out this nifty feature on my desk here. I'll pull this drawer out, stuff a little padding in there, slap this body in there and tuck her away. So I'm going back and forth over to my little wood pile stack. I guess insert picture here. What I ended up doing was selecting 4 roof braces that came out of the same area of the house, which is one back corner, and they all appear to be from the same board, which is a red oak, I think. And the only reason I say that is because the rays that I saw in it much later when I started playing it and sand it down, it's got these really pretty white rays going through it. And from the look of this wood, it looks like maybe it was a circular saw, about 36 inches. That may help date this wood. It may not be actually 100 years old. I was told the house wasn't that old, but it looked to me like it had been moved there, and I saw a bunch of chisel trim work. It did, however, have round nails, no square nails. I also found this buffalo nickel in the wall, but it appears to not be able to be dated. The awesome lady that lives up the hill was like, you ain't gonna find no money in that house, and if you do, it's gonna have the face rubbed plumb off of it, because we didn't have nothing back then on this hill. And I will concur, this is the solitary coin from the entire structure. If anybody out there's got any unique expertise on any of these subjects, I would appreciate that in the comments down below. But either way, while I was yapping, we got her all lined up and traced in and everything, and it's ready to glue it all together, right? Man, making guitars is easy. No, we got about 6 hours of hand planing to do before we do that. So let's go ahead and grab this little one on the end, and that's what she said. And wow, that cat is small. That cat's name is Ouija, and she is huge now. She's from the second litter of our little rescue kitties. Her brother Jasper is sure enough big. I think he's probably half a Maine Coon Wildcat. Anyway, to the workbench, and they said I had problems maintaining the subject matter in school. What the hell's that about? Wow, look at my fat ass. I like editing these 2-year-old videos. It's like watching somebody else work. See, like this. Yeah, I forgot. Before you start planing, you might want to take all the old nails out and stuff. What I really need is one of those little orange wands that you put up to it and it's like a metal detector. If one of y'all want to send me one of them, you just go for it, because I also need to use it to get some gold out of the creek. Anyway, here I'm using a square to check my pitch, y'all, and level. And no, I don't know what I'm doing. Absolutely not. This is the first time I've ever used a plane on hardwood in my life. But luckily, to my surprise, even though you don't get those big curly doll hair paper ribbons, it's this tight grain, old growth oak. Turns almost glassy. And yeah, that window right there, that is my house. Don't put your work that close to your house. It sounds like a good idea. It's not good for your head. It's good for taxes. It saved my ass on taxes. That's about it. I wouldn't mind to turn this entire property into a business and just start again somewhere else. I need to build me some big old house that looks like these guitars. Something that looks like the front of a gander mountain. And there I go, rambling again. Lord, I was born a rambling man. Well, as you can see here, now that I know what I'm doing, I just take a high angle plane, a real cheap shitty one, and I just start taking off like 1/4 inch of that crap off of there. And that's when you break out that English-made Stanley that's older than Jesus' puppy and just really put the glass on it. Then once I check it all and figure out that these joints are gonna work, and I realize that I'm gonna be able to flip every board like back and forth and end to end and make sure that it all fits like as tight as a ship. Now I got it down, I can really start hauling ass. What I figured out to start doing was to take a pencil and mark any high places so that I would know when it came down. Put me on a face mask. Oh yeah, motion sickness warning. I thought this was pretty neat that I could use the camera to scan that board just like my eye does. You can look right down there. Oh, and somebody be clever and screenshot this and make you a copy of them keys right there, and then come to the red barn and the big white house and try to get in here. That shit don't fit my house no more, no way. Man, speaking of all that, I mean, I hate to get like this. Guys, telephones and locks is only for honest thieves. That don't stop nothing. The only real thing that you can do in this world to like guarantee yourself is like very good nighttime surveillance systems and like exotic firearms. There are some really, really great people in this world that have decided to be police officers to protect people, and thank God for them, but they cannot teleport to where you are. There goes all the views off of this video. I ain't so worried about it. I just uploaded a rap album I made like while blacked out drunk in 2012. That's like I have 11,600 fucks in it. Anyway, check out how rough this is and watch this high angle plane. And this is like a super cheap little Chinese plane, 20 bucks or something like that. And I did resharpen the steel, but it just rips that stuff right down to smooth glass. Then I can just flip it 180. Use it to take that snipe back out of it. That means where the end kind of goes up because there's nothing holding the plane anymore when it comes off the end of the board. But I can't explain sniping, how to set up a plane and all that shit. We'll be here forever. Then we can get this actual Stanley English hand tool and just lightly scrub on there. Make it look perfect. I love old stuff like this tool. Not that only that it just works perfectly, because this was actually something that someone has used to make a living with before, and probably took it across the ocean with their family. It's made out of that English steel, like all that armor that everybody used to wear over there. But there ain't really no iron in that region. But for some reason in Canada, there's all these super old ovens all over the hillsides. Well, anyway, with a tool this perfect, you can use the damn thing as a straight edge. And just like that, we just about got it. I just got to get this one warped up ass board to line up with the other one. So here's a common sense surefire way to do that. You just get the other one that you plan on making a joint with, and you start laying it up there on top of it and seeing if you can see air through it. Rocking it, moving it, seeing where's low, where's high, taking it down, and then it don't really make a damn if the joint is flat. They fit together, so if they fit, they fit. This is some old school pawpaw woodworking shit, and I thank God that I had one, man. He was cool as hell. He was born in 1927, tough as nails, pretty as shit, all kinds of swag. Now that we got all these joints fitting together airtight like the Mayflower, I can start flipping them up on their sides. And then I commence to the slathering. And now what I'm slathering on here is a Type Bond 2 and a little bit of water. I've been told that Type Bond Original is a far superior product for guitars. I really don't know why. I don't know the difference between them. Like I said, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. My dad and my grandpa always use a Mohawk brand wood glue because they were fork covering installers by trade. Well, predominantly. I mean, my grandfather used to build houses when he was a kid, and my dad, he worked as a machinist when he was young. He also built houses. Heck, he built a full-off drag car when he was a kid, like 15, 16, and then he got into a shitload of trouble for doing wheelies in the street and running from the police all the time. I really, really miss that, man, but somehow I feel like this is like kind of helping. It don't feel good, but it's helping. As you can see, it worked out just about perfect. There's not going to be no cracks or anything bad inside the guitar. So I went to clamping it and putting 2x4s on top of it to keep it exactly flat and flush as it could. And I noticed quickly that I did have some gaps on the top and bottom edges. I mean, it's going to be planed off, flooding it, using thin glue, just trying to get as much in there as I can. And even then, and after all this work, as you can see, it looks rough as hell. Oh, this is not going to be a rustic guitar though. When this is finished, you should not be able to tell that this is not an actual 58 Gibson Les Paul from like 6 inches. It'll just happen to be made out of oak and have a 4-piece body. Yeah, about an hour in, I went ahead and tightened the clamps a little bit more and it squirted more glue out. Oh yeah, speaking of my dad and my grandpa being floor covering installers and Mohawk flooring, right? I'm more than likely gonna paint this guitar with a Mohawk piano lacquer, because that's the only stuff that I know that you can still get perfect nitrocellulose clear coat. And that's the same exact stuff that my dad and my grandpa used to put on like gymnasium floors and stuff back before they used polyurethane. And they were probably smoking a cigarette while they're doing it. Camel filterless. Well, anyway, this thing ended up gluing up pretty damn solid. Once I got the template traced out on there, look at it real good, there's nothing bad inside the lines. I had my doubts if this little bandsaw blade was going to do it. I thought I was going to have to get my big old 1-inch ripping blade because I already blew up a table saw on this same wood. But man, this cheap Craftsman that I got off a marketplace just works like a dream. I think I could cut aluminum with this, I really do. Hell, with the right blade, it would cut steel. And there you go, peoples. It's like a 25-pound big-ass chunk of oak. Legitimately, I do expect this finished guitar to be 14 or 16 pounds, but I bet it sounds badass. And that just about does it for this video, but since this guitar is already about halfway done and it turned out kicking ass, I can tell y'all, stay tuned! So in the next episode, I build I don't know what you would call it, a leveling box for a router sled? I kind of invented all this in my head, and I've only found out later that it was actually a thing that a lot of people do. And I built this thing after Thanksgiving, and I'm diabetic, and I had been eating and drinking all day, and I'm in a full fucking blackout. I don't remember any of this. I was just running blind. Look at that. The living dead is real. Oh, and I have taken control of my shit since then. Also, don't give a damn about pleasing anybody anymore, really, but this series is a pretty damn good one. I got all 50s wiring, all 50s capacitors. I'm gonna make my own pickups wound with poly wire, turn my work desk into a router table, make a Gibson style neck that actually won't break, gets a 5/8 1-inch thick top. Bunch of experiments. And bros at Gibson, please don't hang me for this, man. Slashes ain't real either, and I ain't about to sell shit. If anything, I think I'll show how impossibly hard and complicated your guitars are to build. Anyway, if you guys found this video educational or entertaining in any way, please like and maybe subscribe! I am Clementine, and you have been watching Heavy Metal ATC. Till next time!